Okay, today we are going to read The Magic Tree House, Leprechaun in Winter. And if you have the book, you can follow along with me as I read. And if you don't, then just use your listening ears. But with the book or without, as I read, you want to visualize. You want to visualize the words, right? You want to imagine like there's a movie playing in your head. Think about the characters, think about what the characters are doing, make connections to the story. So, if the characters are doing things, oh, I've always wanted to do that. That's a connection. Or I did do that. Or, I had a friend that lived there, and make connections. Or this reminds me of another story. So you're making connections either to your personal self, to the world, to another book that you've read. Make predictions about what you think will happen, and have I wonders. And we do I wonders a lot. When we're watching TV, we may be like, oh, well, I wonder if they're going to find the dog. And, oh, I wonder why, the dog is barking. We have I wonders often in our head, right? So that's what a good reader does, because they're keeping their brain active and engaged in the story. So we're going to start with chapter 1, and a beautiful word. So you may make some predictions right now. Why do you think this chapter is called A Beautiful Word? So, that could be, your first I wonder, and then you can make a prediction from your I wonder. Okay. It was a chilly afternoon in late winter. Annie doing her homework on the computer in the living room. Jack sat on the couch and stared at the blank page in his small notebook. He heaved a sigh. What's wrong? Said Annie. I have to write a story for school, said Jack, and I'm stuck. I think we could all probably make a connection to that. Well, you'd better get unstuck, said Annie. Mom and Dad said we have to get our homework done before we can go to the theater with them tonight. I know, said Jack, but I can't think of anything to write about. Why don't you just do what you love to do? Said Annie. Go outside and write down some facts about what you see, and then turn it into a story. Hey, that's a good idea, said Jack. Thanks. He jumped up and grabbed his coat from the hall closet. Then, taking his pencil and notebook with him, he headed outdoors. The early March weather was sunny but cold and windy. Again, we could relate to that. Jack looked around, then he wrote down some facts from his notebook. In his notebook, old snow in yard, sun sparkling on sidewalk. Jack looked up again. The treetops swayed in the March winds. Jack started to write them down, but when he looked down at his notebook, he nearly dropped his pencil. On the page were two large, fancy letters. T.K. Oh, man, whispered Jack. He dashed back to the house and into the living room. Annie, look! Jack held up his notebook. Look at this! Annie stared at the page. Old snow, sun sparkling. Nice. No, not that, said Jack. The letters. Annie looked at Jack like he was a little crazy. What letters? She said. Jack looked back at the page. They're gone, he said. A big fancy T and K. T and K, said Annie. Yes, for Teddy and Kathleen, said Jack. The letters just appeared on the page when I was outside. They were there, really. So can we make any connections to that when you were trying to convince someone of something? I believe you, said Annie. She jumped up from the computer. Let's go. Wait, I have to get my backpack from upstairs, said Jack. Forget it. Come on. The treehouse must be waiting for us, said Annie. Okay, said Jack. He quickly shoved his notebook and pencil into the pocket of his coat. Annie grabbed her jacket. Mom, Dad, we're going to take a little break from our homework, she called. Okay, but make it short. We have to leave for the theater by 7, their dad called from the kitchen. We will, said Jack. Jack and Annie headed outside. They ran over the melting snow in the front yard and up the sun-sparkling sidewalk. It's a good visualization right there. Picture that. They charged across the street into the Frog Creek woods. They hurried between the wind-blown trees until they came to the tallest oak. High in the branches was the magic tree house. Their friends from Camelot, Teddy and Kathleen, were looking out the window. Hello, called Kathleen. Hi, shouted Annie, waving. Good trick with the magic letters, Jack called. We thought you'd like it, said Teddy. I just learned how to do it. Annie grabbed the rope ladder and started up. Jack followed her. They climbed into the treehouse and hugged the young enchanters. So what's up today? Asked Jack. Where does Merlin want us to go now? Asked Annie. Merlin wants you to go to Galway, Ireland, said Kathleen. Ireland? Cool, said Annie. Morgan sent us to Ireland once before. To the 19th century, said Jack. Yes, well, this time we will go to Ireland in the 19th century, said Teddy. To 1862, to be exact. Your mission is to find an imaginative and creative girl named Augusta. Augusta doesn't know yet what her talents are, said Kathleen. She lives in a time where it is not easy for girls to explore their creativity. Your mission will be to inspire her so she can give her gifts to the world. So maybe another connection there. Have you ever had to inspire anyone, or did you inspire someone on accident, or has someone inspired you? What does that word mean exactly? Asked Annie. Inspire. 'Tis a beautiful word, said Kathleen, her sensational blue eyes shining. It means to breathe life into a person's heart, to make them feel joyful to be alive. Oh, that is beautiful, said Annie. You may need some magic to help you, said Teddy. From the corner of the treehouse, he picked up the magic trumpet that had helped them in their last journey. Only this time, Teddy handed the trumpet to Kathleen. She held the shiny brass instrument for a moment. Then she tossed it into the air. The trumpet spun like a whirlwind. There was a flash of blue light, and the trumpet was gone. In its place was a thin silver pipe with 6 holes. What's that? Breathed Jack. It's an Irish whistle, said Kathleen. She plucked the instrument from the air. When you face great danger, one of you must play it. It will make magical music, and anything the other one sings will come true. But remember, said Teddy, its magic will only work once. Right, said Annie. Thanks, said Jack. He took the Irish whistle from Kathleen and put it into his pocket. And did Morgan send a research book to give us information? No, not this time, said Teddy. Morgan wants you to draw upon your own experiences in life to help you on this journey. No problem, said Annie. Jack wasn't sure about that. He liked having a book of facts to help him. So how do we find Augusta? Said Annie. It should be easy to find her, said Teddy. When you land in the country of Galway, Ireland, just ask anyone for directions to the big house. Hold on. Jack pulled out his notebook and wrote, Country of Galway, Ireland, Augusta, big house. Got it, said Jack. But how do we get to Ireland in the first place if we don't have a research book? Point to the notes you just made and make your wish, said Kathleen. And when you're ready to come home, said Teddy, use the Pennsylvania book as you usually do. Got it, said Jack. Go now and help Augusta, said Kathleen. She needs you. Jack pointed to the words Galway, Ireland in his notebook. I wish we could go there, he said. Bye, Annie said to Teddy and Kathleen. Farewell, said Kathleen. Good luck, said Teddy. The wind started to blow. The tree house started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was still. Absolutely still. Okay, so that's chapter 1. So think about the title of the chapter, A Beautiful Word, right? What did they call the beautiful word? See if you remember. Right? They talked about inspiring people, and what did inspiring mean? Right? What was your favorite visualization during that chapter, right? And we can make some predictions right now. We can have some I wonders, right? I wonder how it's going to go in Ireland. I wonder if they're going to find Augusta easily. I wonder if there's going to be any trouble, right? And then you can make your predictions. All right, I will see you soon for chapter 2. Thank you.